Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop and Forge World. Very warm welcome to all of you new subscribers and a massive thank you to everyone that supports the channel, all of the members and the Patreons, everyone that uses the Element Games affiliate link. I know there's been a few people have used the affiliate link over the last couple of weeks, so thank you for that. It does help the channel out, and I think a couple of people have asked for some more links, affiliate links and things to help support the channel. So I will be cracking on with that because now more than ever, it makes a massive difference supporting the channel and all of the daily content. So without further ado then, let's jump into the news and pre-order video. I am thinking about making like a sort of quick Sunday evening short video after 6 p.m. It might be 7, it might be 8, but just a quick video, just looking at the pre-order announcement and my take on it, maybe the prices. If you think that's a good idea, yeah, drop me a comment down below if you think that would be useful, rather than me posting pictures on Instagram and waiting until the next week to talk about the pre-orders. So on Warhammer community website right here, if we just hop back a week to the 15th of April, if we go back down to here, Black Library pre-orders. Wow. I think last week's video I went into great detail about the absolute mayhem, to use a very light word, that occurred during the pre-orders last weekend. The news and pre-order video on Saturday did do very well, maybe because there was a lot of drama surrounding the pre-orders. But of course, if there are any things that you ever want to get off your chest, on the channel, I always encourage you to do that, because sometimes, Games Workshop don't allow comments on a lot of the videos. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they will modify comments on Twitch and Facebook and all their other media platforms. I won't. So yeah, you're always free to put your thoughts and opinions. Of course you are. On any of my videos. We had a little look at this awesome looking book. But yeah, I'm not rubbing it in people's faces. It does look awesome. There are only 1,250 copies available. That got sold out pretty much instantly, very, very quickly. These kind of books usually do, and I think they always will. I don't think they'll implement a queuing system for these anytime soon, because the whole point of these books they're limited. So, if they made them to order, then that would kind of, take away the limited sort of factor of picking them up. Special editions, though, I think that there's certainly a scope to have them made to order, or to, have a queuing system for them, but not the limited ones. It's a fine line, isn't it? It's like, I'm confident that if they made 10,000 of these books, they would have sold 10,000. If the pre-orders are anything to go by, and that's a shame, because 10,000, £45 or whatever it was, that's a big chunk of money that Games Workshop are losing out on, just because it's limited. Limited kind of guarantees you to some extent that you'll sell them, but much like with other limited products, it kind of puts you in a corner in terms of you can't make any more sales on them. But they did have the hardback book available as well for a little while. That I think also got sold out. Legends of the Darkness Omnibus, and then a couple of books in different languages. So that was the book front of last weekend. Wow. Okay, let's talk about these pre-orders again. They sold out extremely quickly. The Lion and Retinue, that was gone. Only for me to look at eBay and see people selling them for I think £400 was the price I saw one going for. Yeah. Rumor is he's going to be released in the next few weeks anyway, separately, so you won't have too long to wait for this awesome looking miniature. And as I said before, fear of missing out, unless you really want to get the model on release or early, and build it and paint it and game with him, these models are going to be around for a long time. Look at Gilliman. He's been bundled in £8.99 magazines nowadays. So yeah, you won't have to wait too long. But obviously it's disappointing when they hype up a model or character like this and then they can't fulfill demand. It is. Other YouTubers have made full videos on that. We also had Supreme Grandmaster Azrael. He didn't sell out that quick. I think one of the reasons is because he was in that Chaos Bane set, I think it was. You had a bundle. You had Commander Dante. Commander Dante was like the third thing to sell out after the book and the Lion and Retinue. Lovely looking mini. I think because of the leak, he's been released earlier than he was expected to, but lovely non-metallic, metallic gold paint scheme. You got the dice set, and you got Vashtor the Archifane, which I think is very expensive. £60 is a fair chunk of money for this one. I think he's 2 sprues as well. Board and Patrol Leagues of Votan, and then we had Board and Patrol Agents of the Imperium. That actually sold out in a good amount of time. You got some made to order Drakari or Dark Eldar, and then Horus Heresy. We had the new tanks, so they really did throw everything in terms of releases at us last week for pre-orders. I kind of expected maybe one tank, not both of them, and I expected if we were going to get the Lion, not to have the tanks, but because they're separate game systems in a way, kind of, they could do that. And then Blood Bowl, we just had that for Forge World. We also... So they were the pre-orders last weekend. Good luck if you could get them. The next day, I kind of thought this was going to happen, but I thought it would be a bit later on, maybe May. So does that mean that Seraphon are going to be released in June now? Because you get this at the end of April. The Seraphon army set. I'm not a big fan of the book at all. I get it. It's kind of like lizard skin. That's fine. I would have preferred some kind of artwork in line of the Seraphon, like some lovely drawn and painted dinosaur or lizard or something like that. I think it's a bit of a, not a cop-out, but I think it's too easy for them to just pick a colour, put a symbol on the front and write the word Seraphon. They sort of did that with Slaves to Darkness. However, I think it was Orcs Codex and also the Adeptus Sororitas Codex back a few years ago now. I think that was 3 years ago. They had lovely artwork, unique artwork, and I would have preferred something like that than this and the Slaves to Darkness. Maybe it's just the 40k army set codexes and books that get some special treatment. But one of the big draws with this set is, of course, the cards, the War Scroll cards. I have pre-ordered this. I'll tell you right now. It's my first venture into Seraphon. I'll have a little army. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but I did say that I'd like to eventually pick some Seraphon up, just to encourage me to paint more, really, because lots of bright, vibrant colours. And I'm quite looking forward to this new army, this new venture. I was a bit dubious about there being kind of duplicate unit in here. I would have preferred those big Agrodons instead, but I've read that they are slightly different units and they work in harmony with each other, which is a bit different. Maybe I've got my 40k hat on and think that they're all bikes, but there we go. I like the main miniature as well. Slan Star Master, there you go. And you got 10 Saurus Warriors with spikes or clubs, and then some Chargers and Hunters. Adeptus Titanicus, not to be left out. We've got the campaign compendium, and we've got a few new weapons. I do like the Warlord conversion beamer out of the 3 there, because that's the Warlord arm weapon. That's the Reaver carapace, and then that is the Warhound, I think. Where are the full size 28mm Forge World resin versions of these, or any of the new weapons that they've been releasing? They're a long time coming. I hope we do get at least 1 or 2 new weapons this year, and we didn't get any last year. It's such a shame. Think about all those thousands and thousands of Titans that people own. Probably, I wonder wonder if there are more people that own Titans, full-size ones, than there are actual Adeptus Titanicus now. Be interesting to find that out. Anyway, you had a little bit about Black Library and Warhammer 40 and Warhammer Plus. We got 3 new bits of content, which is lovely. We've got a 40k battle report as well. Just a little tip as well. If you want to watch all of your Warhammer Plus content on the big screen, so you've got a big OLED TV or something like that, and you want to watch it on there with your surround sound, although Warhammer TV doesn't have an app on, well, it probably won't have an app on your TV if it's a smart TV, and it doesn't have one on a PlayStation 5 or Xbox or Switch, of course. Apple TV, Warhammer TV does have an app, and you can log in there and you can watch it, and you can set your surround sound up, and you can watch all these battle reports on there, and the lore masters and the animated content, and it is fantastic. So that's a bit of a tip if you wanted to watch it on the big screen, unless you've got a desktop, unless you've got a PC and you plug that into your big telly and things, or a big monitor. Barge your way into the Word Hollow with new rules that let you stagger and salvage to secure victory. Increase your army's shushing power with a new Terminator Librarian. So this is a new Terminator Librarian. Yeah, looks alright. I would have liked a helmeted version though as well. I think this is just it. And you know that this miniature is going to be £27.50, maybe even £30, just know that. Warhammer Fest, I'm not going. It looks quite fun, but it's in Manchester. And not that I haven't been to Manchester before, but yeah, I'm not going all the way there. I'm in Norfolk, and we will be watching all of these shenanigans on this website. So no price for a ticket, no price for petrol, no price for food. Everything's just going up, isn't it? So can watch all the new releases and things from our own homes. You've got the Rumour Engine, 18th of April. Interesting. Looks like he's got a hand on a ghost or something. The Imperialis Militia joins the Horus Heresy in a new exemplary battles download. That's quite cool. You can have your new sort of guard, cultists, and just militia really in with your warbands, which makes sense. And I wish they expanded it even further though. You got the new edition of Warhammer 40k. It makes all the phases count. So you've got the battle round, command phase, movement phase, shooting phase, charge phase, and fight phase. So no psychic phase, really. It says that the psychic powers are used throughout the other phases instead. And it gives you an example. There's the Librarian data sheet. You've got the Weird Boy data sheet. You've got Battle Shock, and so on. Then you've got to look at these double order of Raptidon hunters and chargers. So this was the article that kind of, convinced me a bit more that, they can complement each other. They do look very samey though, as you can see. The only difference is the top skink. But you've got Cold-Blooded Unity, Deadly Cohesion. So they do work pretty nicely with each other. Justin D. Hill interview, uncover the blazing passion that went into writing Pilgrims of Fire. So this is a new book, Pilgrims of Fire. I'm not sure whether I'll get this in hardback, because I haven't been really impressed with the previous hardback one. Yeah. But that looks quite cool. Then you've got the Lion, Azrael and Dante take on Angron in this week's Arcs of Omen battle report. So yeah, they all take on Angron in this one. I won't spoil it, but yeah, check that out. Saurus Warriors are back, and they're buffer than ever before. So these are the new Saurus Warriors. They make up the backbone of the Seraphon. They do look very nice. Not sure whether I'll paint them blue. Possibly. I'm waiting for the Agrodons and the bigger units though. Transports are the fast and flexible way to travel. The new edition in style. So there's big news here. You've got firing decks. You can, some of them, like the Impulsor, you can disembark troops even after advancing. The Land Raider reclaims its assault ramp, so passengers can declare a charge on the same turn they disembark, which is amazing. Space Marine transports no longer care whether a Primaris unit is riding in the back or not. Finally, after they've sold enough repulsor transports and things, we can finally take Primaris and Land Raiders. I think I'm reading between the lines here. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've got command vehicles, you've got fire support tank. So it says it lends its supporting fire to disembark passengers by picking out priority targets with its guns. In your shooting phase, after the model is shot, select one enemy unit hit by one or more of these attacks. They can re-roll wound rolls. That's amazing. So, they're firing at a unit and then they pop out and then they fire. They can re-roll the wound rolls. So it's a nice synergy as well with those units. You've got 40 years of Warhammer, the Orc Shaman who conjured a classic look for greenskins everywhere. You've got Concoct Deadly Poisons and Conjure Seismic Sorceries with 2 new Rivals decks. You've got Safe Terrain is now Simple Terrain, so you've got the benefit of cover. Models with a safe characteristic 3+ or better cannot have the benefit of cover against attacks with an armor penetration characteristic of 0. So there you go. Got Craters and Rubble. You do get some cover from that. Barricades and fuel pipes. Battlefield debris, hills and sealed structures. You've got woods. Ruins. So yeah, expect to see way more 40k articles over the next sort of month or two. Tap into the cosmos and unleash sorcerer's supremacy with Slan Starmaster. Nice options that you've got for this one. Have him holding like a skull. You've got this little froggo here. You've got this guy bringing him his food. No, I don't know. But yeah, look at that. Shield of the Old Ones. 4+ against mortal wounds until the next hero phase. So, yeah, looking forward to these. Big Brother's Anniversary. Then you've got Commander Dante. Yeah, community have painted some of these Dante ones. That's quite good. It's like a Lamartes one. Wow, that's incredible, isn't it? That's like a art print, isn't it? It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what mine's going to look like, maybe, if I'm lucky. That's quite nice use of gold. I like the shadowing on that one and the lighting. And a blue one, of course. Get your start in the worlds of Warhammer with 3 fantastic games. So you've got Blood Bowl there with a few minis. You've got Warhammer Quest Lost Relics. And you've got Combat Arena with some of these. Don't know if they're brand new minis though. Oh no. We've got Tarzan apparently. Oh. And then discover the prophesized challenges faced by the Seraphon in the era of the Beast. So yeah, that's that. So that is all of the news over the past week. Not a huge amount really in the grand scheme of things. Probably there'll be more next week, but let's go on over to Forge World and have a look at these new weapons for Adeptus Titanicus. So they're right here on the front page. If we go on to new and pre-orders, here are the 3 weapons. The top carapace for the Reavers, £12.50. And oh, that's a shame. It doesn't show the full model with the carapace gun on. Oh, that is a shame. They're missing a thing there. It doesn't say how many pieces either. It just says 1 conversion beam dissolutor. So someone's having a break there because they didn't show the picture of the full model, and they also didn't say how many parts that there are. My guess is 4, but there might be 1 extra. This is the Mars pattern one. Again, Would have been good to have a full picture of the Mars pattern. I think it looks very thick, maybe too thick. It looks very similar to the Asterius in its profile configuration. I kind of get that, but I also wonder how awesome it would look if the cannons themselves were arranged horizontally instead of this vertical configuration. But again, doesn't say how many parts, which sucks. I would say maybe it's just one part for this one, or possibly two of the cables are pieces. But yeah, £12.50 for that. And then the Warlord conversion beam extirpator. Derp. I don't know. It's very similar to the Warhound, but shielded more. And then this top arch, which I think would be one piece. Again, doesn't show it with the full model, doesn't say how many parts on there. Yeah, it's a bit lackluster. It's, the bare minimum I'd expect is to tell us how many parts there are and to see a picture of it. Some more examples. Feels quite rushed at the moment, but that's £18 if you want to pick one of those up. If you've magnetised, all your weapons. If you haven't, you're gonna have to be breaking them off to fit these. I won't be picking any of these up this time around. Now, I've been waiting for a long time to say let's hop on over to have a look at all these frog and lizard releases, but it's finally come true. So let's hop on over, or breaststroke our way over to Games Workshop web store and a look at the new releases. This Seraphon army set, which is on the very first page. You've got a few other things here, like the Adeptus Titanicus campaign compendium. You've got the tanks from last week. You've got featured products. So if we just click on new and exclusive, and we go to pre-orders and we view all, there'll be some from last week. We go high to low. So yeah, the sold out ones clearly from last week, but this is the army set, £130. I think it's gonna save you a decent chunk. You've got your 4 units there, you've got the cards. Would have been nice to get some dice as well, Games Workshop. Maybe dice have gone past the point of no return in terms of pricing. Maybe they can't put dice in here, but yeah, I'm really excited for these now. If I wasn't going to pick these up, I would have got Ossiarch Bone Reapers. If I wasn't going to get them, I would have got Idoneth Deepkin, because I like all the sharks and the sea creatures, but just loves a good dinosaur. And yeah, I just finally couldn't resist when they're bringing out all these new miniatures for Seraphon. I'm all over it. So yeah, £130. The book itself would be a minimum of 30 to 40, so it's £90 for these sets. Maybe this set of 10 is 30, and these two are 30 each, so that's 90. You're kind of getting the Slam Master for free, really, if you look at it that way. And again, the cards are probably £15 minimum. So that's the big release for today, and I will be covering it. I'm not sure whether I can cover all of the new Seraphon releases, because there's still a couple of things I need to pick up for Slaves to Darkness and World Eaters, but again, the more support for the channel, the more likely it is that I can cover the Seraphon release as usual and bring you the awesome content. And I want to hit the ground running with the painting with the Seraphon. I feel like that would be a good army to start off with. You got the Cerberus Tank Destroyer from last weekend. You've got Vashtor. You've got the Sakaran Venator. These 2 tanks are not out of stock. Maybe one of the reasons is because they released all of the Border Patrol and the Lion and Vashtor and the book. But this is the campaign compendium. We're talking £37.50 now, but it is 224 pages, which is very decent. Look at this campaign compendium. We haven't really heard that much about it though, but you've got Echoes of Glory, Household Marches, creating a Titan Legion. I'm wondering if it's got absolutely everything now. I mean, I just get these books for the artwork and things, which is a shame because they don't I would have expected 2 or 3 more, cutouts of the pages, because it's a 224 page book. All they're really showcasing is this map. That's it, which is a shame. I feel like there should be 2 or 3. I feel like there should be 3 or 4 more extracts of the artwork or pages, showing some of the Titan legions. But hey, you got Arcs of Omen was sold out. Dante is sold out. Azrael's not sold out. Well, I don't think. Oh yeah, no, sold out. Even though it doesn't say at the front. You've got the dice are not sold out. You've got the Lion, the hardback version. That is sold out. And then you've got the Legends of the Dark Angels. That is sold out. It says temporary out of stock, but it doesn't say it there. You can pick it up from Amazon and other booksellers, of course. So you won't have to wait too long before that's out for sort of general release. I think a week or so. And that's it. So that's the only pre-orders this week from Games Workshop. It is just the Compendium and the Seraphon. I think we've got 3 or 4 weeks until units of Seraphon are released. But what do you guys think of the news and pre-orders today? Certainly not as many as last week, and gives us a bit more of a breather. Looking at the releases for today, they could have easily have spread those 2 Horus tanks out for release for today, along with the Seraphon box set, and I would have preferred that. Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.